Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to a new video. This time is a build video. Today we're gonna do a tanky build. This build was inspired by another YouTuber. Let me just check real quick. I forgot his name, but that's whatever. It's not exactly the same. It's used the same class, but I changed a little bit the amulet and the ring. Um, and I'm gonna also tell you what he doesn't do in this video. I'm gonna also tell you where to get each ring, right? Um, so let's start with the classes. We need the Alchemist. To get the Alchemist, you need to go to low sum and get grabbed by a rat. You can check a video on how to get the Alchemist, and that's gonna explain it to you. And then when you kill this rat, well, you get the Alchemist, and then you just have to level it up. Let's read what Alchemist does. Alchemist gives you, its prime perk gives you the possibility to have 3 concoction. I don't know what the way I said the concoction. My bad. So 3 additional concoctions. So usually you can only use 1, and concoction just gives you buffs. They last 2 hours, so it's pretty nice. Next perk is Liquid Courage. Grant 25% increase to all damage and 5% to critical chance. Damage increase with Alchemist level. So more level you have, more damage you have. It's great. It's just a damage perk. That's great. So because you don't have that much damage with this build, because of we're building into the tankiness and being able to tank it in Apocalypse and survive a long time. Paneka curative effect applied to all allies within 15 meter and grants 15 additional resistance. Ally affected by Paneka gain 10 status and blight resistance. That's really good. Picking up scrap or metal as a 15 chance to award ammo to the alchemist. I mean, that's whatever. Using a relic applies a random buff on the alchemist and all allies within 20 meters. So that's really cool. You can just use your relic because you're so tanky. You can just use your the relic for the buff. So that's for the perk. And we're gonna use the first skill. The first skill creates a mysterious vapor cloud which lasts 10 seconds. So it stays on the ground for 10 seconds. But the stone skin effect lasts 15 seconds. So if you stay for 10 seconds inside the cloud, you get basically 25 seconds of stone skin, because once the cloud disappears, you still have your 15-second cooldown from stone skin. So stone skin reduce incoming damage by 25%, reduce stagger by 1, greatly increase blight build up decay rate, and makes the target immune to status effect. So that's really good. Just makes us way tankier against bosses maybe that you need it. Against ads you don't really need it. Against elite maybe. You can also throw your viol to your teammates by holding and release, or you can just press once and put it on the ground. Let's talk about the medic. Medic, we have the perk, grant a 25% increase to all damage and 5% critical chance. It's pretty much the same as the, I don't know if it stacks, but maybe it does. So that's another damage perk. That's great. Increase relic efficiency by 15% and heals nearby ally for 30% of the total healing value. Increase to 60% for any ally below 35% max health. That's really good. Just like increase your relic effectiveness and it heals nearby allies as well. So that's good in group play. Increase the hit medic can take before losing gray health. That's also great. Increase relic use speed by 20%. That's also really great. That means you're healing faster and you also reviving faster. And you get -1 to stagger. So that's a bit... you can get stagger a little bit more though. Alright, now we talk about the skill. The medic quickly expel healing energy to shield all allies within 25% for 100% of their max health for 10%. That's really good. Just a shield that tanks a lot of damage. You can save your ally with it. You can tank bigger hits. Just really great. And you also heal them. So, and you heal yourself if you apply it to yourself. This is also a great build for healing teammates. It's also a great build for solo playing. I like to play with people with this build and just play melees, like just play with my melee and just like get the aggro on me from the bosses and let my teammate do the damage. Alright, let's start to about armor. Little Marks 2 armor. Or you can probably use the Mark 1 as well. But I would recommend you getting the Little Mark 2 armor. If I'm not mistaken, the Little Mark 2 armor you get from the labyrinth by going somewhere in the labyrinth. You can check a video about this. You get from going in the labyrinth, and then when you jump down the portal instead of like there's a portal. If you look behind in the void, you can jump down. There's another portal down there, and after that you have to do like a parkour thing, and then you get to the it brings you back to the ward, and you unlock two things: the Chicago typewriter, that's this gun, and you also unlock the Little Mark II armor. So that's how you get it, and that's one of the first thing I got when I played the game. Okay, Tranquil Art. So Tranquil Art, what it does is passively grant 2.3 health regeneration per second on use. Double all health regeneration for 15 seconds. We mostly want it for the double the health generation. That you're gonna use it when you know you're gonna be about to take a lot of damage from certain bosses, because certain bosses can definitely like beat your survivability. There's some bosses that does crazy combos, like that does a lot of damage in Apocalypse. Even in Nightmare, sometimes you can die. And also, don't forget, guys, you're not invincible in this game, even if you have a crazy fucking build. There's mechanic in this game that just one-shots you. You have to be careful for those. And even if you have 1 million L, you're gonna die anyway. Okay, so still be careful. So try learning them. The mechanic that one-shot you. There's a lot of bosses that have those, so just be careful. We're gonna use relics on this thing. I mean, I don't know what they call it, but like on your relic you use boosting. So we're gonna use 15% armor. That's great. 5% damage reduction. That's also great. And we're gonna use 20% healing effectiveness. So we're gonna gain back our health way more. That prevents us from dying and healing way more. So that's the relic. How do you get a Tranquil Art? If I'm not mistaken, it's the art from the labyrinth, but I'm not sure. It might not be this one. So let's just check it out on the wiki. Tranquil Art. Tranquil Art. Alright, Tranquil Art's right there. You get it from Nemu. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. Can be crafted at Nemu. So you, once you find Nemu in Losam, it's a main quest, so you should be able to find her every time. Once you find her, you can go back to her after the main quest and talk to her, and she sells stuff. And you can get the tormented. Oh, so you need to have this relic as well? I don't remember doing that. Huh. Well, I guess you need this relic first. And this relic can be found in Losam. Oh, okay, yeah. So how you get this relic is like by doing getting the override pin when you get the Nightweaver, the Asylum quest line. The override pit can be found in the Timeless Horizon. You can check the guide how to find it. Then you're gonna want to go to Losam and do your Nightweaver quest and grab the all the things to get to the Nightweaver. And once you get to the Nightweaver, you get TP to the other world. In one of the prison cells, you get the there's a Nightweaver where you can deposit stuff in it and get some stuff back. There's 4 statues you can get in Losam, and there's an override pin that you can also use to get the Tormented Art. Once you have the Tormented Art, you can craft the Tranquil Art at Nemu. It's a lot of thing, but man, sometimes in this game you have to do a lot of stuff to get what you want. So let's go back to the game. So this is for the Tranquil Art, and for the Mythic Armor effectiveness and stuff, you can buy them from at your ward. There's a vendor that sells them. Now, weapon-wise, you can pretty much use whatever weapon you want. I recommend using the Nightfall because it's just a reliable source of DPS. And it's a good weapon, does a lot of damage, you have a great mod, you can put a mutator on it to do more damage, like I do. I put a bleeding mutator on it. The bleeding mutator, we can check where you get it. Twisting rounds. It's not. Is it? Oh, no, I was twisting one. You're right. Wound. Twisting wounds. You get it from dropped by the Grim Crawler at either the Butcher Quarter or the Cotton Clean Losam. So you need to fight this boss, this looking boss, George. And once you kill it, you're gonna drop crafting material. You're gonna drop the Twisting Wound. So next thing, if we talk about the Nightfall, you get it from after the fight from with the Nightweaver, so you can get those 2 things at the same time, basically. So yeah, Nightfall you get from that. It's a great weapon. World Edge, it's not necessary. You can use the Atom Splitter. That's a great melee weapon. You can use the Stonebreaker, that's a great melee weapon. The Spectral Blade is a great melee weapon. There's a lot of good melee weapons, just use whatever you want. World Edge is obtained from Apocalypse, finishing the game in Apocalypse, so yeah. The mod, I don't really know, but I use the increased melee damage by 40% when activating a skill. I think that's great. That's whatever though. Not really important for me. Alright. Enigma, obtained in the Labyrinth by going through a portal, the glitchy portal at the right time. You drop in a certain area. That's the same place you unlock Archon. You can grab the thing and then go craft the Enigma at the ward. I use Refunder. You can use whatever you want for the Enigma though. So I'm not gonna show you where you get it, but you can always check on the wiki. So Refunder, you get ammo returns. You have a chance to get ammo returns. This is just good for clearing ads in any difficulty. Apocalypse, Nightfall, Veteran. It's just great weapon overall. So let's continue. Let's go to the Amulet. The Amulet I use is a Navigator Pendant. Navigator Pendant, to be obtained, you have to get the Rusted Navigator. And the Rusted Navigator is obtained by finding a dungeon, specific dungeon, Rusted Navigator. Alright, Rusted Navigator. So it is obtained by finding the Astropath Respite dungeon at the end in the control room before stepping into the pod. So you can find this thing. It's great to use before you find 2 things. You can use that before you find the next 2 things. So before you find this thing and this thing, you can use the Rusted Navigator Pendant because it removes 15% armor encumbrance, right? That's what you need to be able to dodge instead of like if I'm removing it. Now I'm gonna be flopping. All right. This one gives 10, so you need the Fate Protector Signet to combine to get the 5 extra. Because if I remove the 5 extra, well, I'm back to 80. That's why you need both of those. But with the Rusted, you don't need to use both because the Rusted gives -15, but he is a bit less buff to you. So let's just refine the face protector signet. Man, I hate this system to find stuff. I just cannot see right now. Sorry guys. I think it's just bugged. Where the fuck it is? Oh, it's right there. Alright. Yeah. So it gives grant 20 health, 20 stamina, and -10 to armor encumbrance. So that's great. Just great overall. We need health in this build. So it is just great. Arden Coil. Oh yeah, I was not finished about it. So once you have the Rested Navigator, just type Navigator now. Once you have the I just don't want to say bad information. I think I know why. Like I know where to get it. So. Oh yeah. So when you get the instance, the Forgotten Prison instance in the Road, once you fight the boss, you want to choose to live forever while wearing the Rusted Navigator Pinion. So make sure if you want to keep using the Rusted and not getting the Navigator, make sure you don't say the phrase you need to get the Navigator, because if you do, you're gonna lose the Rusted Navigator. I'm still figuring out if you can get back the Rusted Navigator while you have this one. I just think it's bad design from the dev though, but that's whatever though. So let's just so that's how you get the Navigator. While fighting the boss, you just have to say the right thing. All right. So now, Ring of Crisis. Ring of Crisis can be obtained on the route as well. When the wearer health drop below 25%, you gain a shield for 25%. So basically, you gain a shield that lasts 10 seconds. That's really good. Tanks damage, and it lets your other amulet like makes their effect go work. So it can be a hatchery, yeah. So it's just you just look around, you should find it. It's on the ground. It's pretty easy to find. I think I got it like 3 or 5 times in this game. Arden Coil. Reduce all incoming damage by 3% for each 10% of missing health. That's gonna happen a lot. You're always gonna be low HP, but you're gonna be surviving at low HP. So this gives you 15% reduction basically all the time. Or I mean, even if it gives you 6%, that's alright. Like the more you're gonna be low, the more you're gonna be tankier, because you're gonna get that shield, you're gonna get the reduction, and you're gonna get the next ring, that's the Ember Moonstone. When your health drop below 30%, all incoming damage is reduced by 25%. So we're reducing the damage now to 40% with those 2 rings, and the wearer becomes immune to temporary status effect, so you cannot get suppressed, stuff like that. So that's just a really great ring. Makes you way tankier when you're low HP with the shield and with the regrowth and the stuff that gains you back your health. It's just great overall. You get way tankier. So let's go to the Fate Protector Signet. Increase max health and stamina by 10 and reduce encumbrance by 5. So that the encumbrance is great because it combines with this one, and it lets you go to 75 instead of going to 80. and it gives you max health and stamina. That we love that, so that's great. So let's check out those 3 rings, where you get them. So Arden Coil, you get it from Yesha in the Forgotten Field, or you can be found after a double boss fight in Yesha in the Imperial Guardian. You know the double like you have to fight 2 boss at the same time. But well, that's this fight, or you can just find it in the Forgotten Field. So this Amber Moonstone is just you buy it from Cass at your ward. I cannot show you because my Cass is scavenging by your own. It's a known bug. It's gonna be fixed probably in the next patch. And then for the last ring, the Fey Protector Signet. You get it from Lonesome in Consile Chamber. So when you face the Consile, you have the option to accuse one of them with the proof. But if you decide to accuse one of them and then say you have no proof, then you're gonna be fighting all 3 of them, and then you can get the console and then get this ring. So this is how you get this ring. I'm gonna show you a variation. If you have the rusted version of the pendant, you can use the seal of the Empress. Increase max health by 20, reduce max stamina by 10. You lose stamina, you get more health though than the Fey one. I think this combo is a bit better than this thing, but yeah, so you can use that instead, or just use like any other ring that gives you health or stamina. So yeah. So this you get from giving, being super nice with the queens at the Red Throne in Yesha, and she's gonna ask you to kill the Abomination. You have to be careful. If you fought the Abomination in the road before going to the Red Throne, you're not gonna be able to complete this quest. But if you didn't, you can go to Nerud and fight the Abomination in the Putrid Domain. And then once you fight it, you go back to the queen and tell her you killed him. She's gonna ask you to kneel. Then you say yes. You're basically just super nice with her. You say you killed the beast, and then you kneel, and then she's giving you this ring, and this ring can unlock you another thing. But I can let you guys check on that. So let's go back to the trait now. I'm gonna try to speed it up because it's already 23 minutes for a build video. It's pretty a long time, but I mean I have to explain where to get everything. So Fortify, you get armor effectiveness. That's just great. You get it from Engineer, leveling up the Engineer to level 10. Potency, that's the perk from Alchemist. It increases the duration of consumable. So basically, instead of having you're getting more time on your consumable. Regrowth, you get it from Summoner, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Summoner archetype. So it gives you health, passive health regen. Great. Healing mods gives you more heal. So this is the medic perk. Untouchable, invulnerability window increase, so you can have more time to evade. So this is with the invader. And 30 health vigor, you get 30 health plus health, so this is great as well. You get it, I don't know where you get it from. I think you get it pretty fast. I think it's just a base perk you get at the beginning of the game, if I'm not mistaken. Also spirit, same thing, mod power generation. You get it from just the base game. I think it's just a core trait. Yeah, those two that you get from core trait. Now we're getting into the trait. Just damage reduction from bark skin. This you get, I don't know where, but you can. There's a video on YouTube where you can that shows how to get all 32 traits. I don't have all of them yet, but yeah. So damage reduction, shade skin, don't know where, but elemental damage reduction for 20%. Don't know where as well. So you just check the videos. Siphoner, I know where. You have to get grant 3% of lifesteal, so it's really great with your weapon. Just gain back health while shooting. You get from the domain. I forgot the location. It's domain something. It's a dungeon. Dormant. No, it's dormant. Dormant Neurogen facility. So at the once you complete this, you get the Siphoner per trait. So that's it for this build. Let me just show you real quick against ads. We're on survivor. Let me just go in the other world though. Let me just go in the other world real quick. Turn to the word. Then I will go to my other world in Apocalypse. So just wall setting. Switch to this. Go to Yesha. I don't know why I exited their stone, but sorry. Let's just go back to the root of Nexus. So we are on Apocalypse on this playthrough, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we are. Alright, so it works against bosses, I know, but you have to be careful. Some enemies have one-shot mechanics, so just be careful for that. But I'm just gonna stand somewhere where there's a lot of enemies, and I'll show you like how the build tanks, basically. Also, I use oh, we didn't talk about the consumable. So you have to use this consumable, this one, Sanguine Vapor. You can buy just at the word, right? So this one, and this one, and the last one is the root water. This is really important, so just use them. Max health and armor. Alright. I like using those nades as well. They buff your damage for 10 seconds. It applies the debuffs. It's just great in general to just to do more damage, because you don't have a lot of damage in this game. In this with this build. Also, ammo box are really recommended because you don't do that much damage. So you're gonna have long fight where you just gonna take a lot of damage. So let's get a little bit more enemies. Oh, should be alright. I think that's enough. Alright. So I'm not gonna use any of my skill. I'm just gonna leave there and not move. You can see when I get my shield at 25%. I get my shield back at 25%, but I already regen over 25 while I'm having my shield. So I'm gonna get my shield back every time I get to 25%, unless I take more damage. I don't think that's enough enemy, right? I think we need more. But don't you? I think you guys gonna say there was not enough enemy, so let's just get more enemies. Let's try to get an elite in there. Let's go back over there. So I don't want to take too much time on the video though, but I wish I had the boss ready, but like I could have without a boss fight in there. I might do that later. I mean, I'm telling you guys, it works on boss, but don't expect to work it for it to work all the time, you still have to evade some stuff in boss fight because there's still things that can kill you, but most things will not kill you. So remember, we're on Apocalypse. They hit really hard, but I'm still trying to find an elite. I'll just. So, we're on Apo, you see the Enigma, how fast it clears stuff. Rune Nexus, I wish it was still alive, so I could have killed it. Would have taken it a lot of times. Is that a side dungeon? Well, it is. Let's just go to the side dungeon. Actually, I'm gonna... I think I'll just hit the Apple boss fight in there. Oh, I don't know. I'll see. If you guys are still watching, it's because I did this boss fight. If it goes to a boss fight, then it's probably because I decided to fight a boss. Oh no, is it true? I cannot get back there, right? Oh no, I can. Alright. Alright. So let's just go there and wait for some enemies to... It was not enough enemy, I agree guys. I know you guys gonna tell me, that was not enough enemy. Well... And they're not really attacking a lot, right? So you might think, oh, what if the things attacks you more? So let's just keep going until we get an elite proc. There you go, elites. Alright, this should be alright with an elite. I mean, watch out because elite, they have one-shot mechanic, so just be careful for that. Where's the elite? Huh. Maybe over there. I'll look for the elite. I remember right now I'm taking it and it's Apocalypse. And I'm not even using my skill to get even tankier. Let's just continue. Maybe there's gonna be an elite somewhere. Waiting for us. Let's just pull everything and see if we survive. Might die. And you're never gonna be standing around as well, like I do. But I just want to show you how tanky the build is. Alright. I guess we're alright here. Let's just stand here and we'll see if you die. Look, all the enemies. Alright. Alright. Healing back over 25, getting a shield. Healing back over 25, getting a shield. That's how the build works. You just get... I can just stand here for a couple of time and not die. I think you guys get it, right? So then you just have your Enigma. You can also roll because you have the reduction of encumbrance, so you can dodge important attack like the one-shot mechanics. Those you can dodge, and the rest you can just tank. Oh. basically instead of having like to skill check everything in boss fight and stuff, you're only gonna have to like get skill check like once or twice during a boss fight, because you can just tank everything. All right, that's it for the video. I mean, it's long enough, so I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm working on a build, just a damage build that doesn't rely on weak spot, because I've saw a lot of damage build that rely on weak spot. They're great when there's weak spot, but as soon as the boss doesn't show his weak spot often enough, or the weak spot just doesn't happen, because some boss fight doesn't have weak spots, well, you kind of fuck. So I'm working on this. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye.